Sorry, a phone call interrupted the show. But I'm a bit of a gearhead, so I tend to devolve a lot on cars and expound on the things, and I get carried away. But it was just a cool old car that was approximately the size of the Exxon Valdez. You could land a helicopter on the roof and it wouldn't hurt it. You touched any part of it and it went thunk. Just a cool old Ford. And we hung out for about an hour. My buddy arranged a ride from his friend's house right around the corner back to his place. I drove home, and oddly, I showed up, even though I was an hour and change late, my wife knew where I was, in a way better mood than I would have had I not hung out with him, because I showed up, oh my gosh, you gotta believe, you won't believe what I saw, I did, Matt's buddy, and it was a good time. And she was okay with it. There are times that she will go to a friend's house, a friend's store. A friend of ours runs a clothing store, and she will hang out, and she does a lot of writing / journaling. And so she'll go over there just to be out of the house and in some place different. She can talk to this friend of ours and do some of her writing. And, you know, an hour or two here or there, that's not really a big deal to either one of us. And mostly she'll do it during work day, so dinner might be done just a touch later. There's not really it's not really a sacrifice for either of us for her to do that. Well, my wife knew I was going to this meeting, didn't know how long it was going to last, so I showed up in the window of when I said I would be home, and I texted her, hey, hanging out with Matt's buddy, and so on. Well, so there's nothing wrong with some of this stuff in and of itself, but just remember to set healthy boundaries in the various relationships that you have, because the last thing that you, your friends, your family, or your coworkers need is for what you do with them and for them to cause resentment in that relationship. That will cause way unhealthier consequences in the long run. If you can simply air that out, you know, hey, I can't, I've got to go home, I haven't seen my wife this week, I've got to be there for my kids, whatever the situation may be. Even if it's not what they want to hear, if you just air that out and get it out in the open before it's a problem, you'll have a much easier time, provided that the person really does have your best interest at heart in maintaining a healthy, long-lasting relationship. Some of my best friends, one of them I couldn't even tell you the last time I saw him. He lives just across, he lives about 2 hours away across state lines. I've got a buddy that lives fairly close to me that I haven't seen in, outside of his wife's birthday party a few days ago. I didn't see him for 2 months prior. We keep in touch via messaging. I've got buddies at work that I haven't seen in a year, but we keep in touch. And part of that's scheduling and other personal things, but just set boundaries. It's healthy. Well, I apologize about making this a 2-part video due to the phone call. And I hope to start recording more regularly. Like I said, it's been a interesting 5 days at my house, and I hope everyone's doing well and starting off 2020 on a positive note. Things are looking up for me this year. There's hopefully a few changes coming. My wife is interviewed with a company. She's got an offer. We're just waiting on things to come through with them. Their orientation class is full presently, so they've got to wait for either someone to drop out or the next orientation class next month. So things are looking better for me this year than they were last. And I think that that's, in a nutshell, all that we should really compare against and ask for, is that, you know, things are better for you in 2020 than they were in 2019 and in 2018. So you all stay happy and stay safe.